So I don't know if you can see this behind me, a wreck of an old car here, just in a gully on Mount Coot-Tha. So I'm following this orienteering map that I found online. Gold, get my words out. Ghost hole gold mine map it is. So it's an orienteering map. So there are orienteering markers around here. You can do this as a timed event. There's one there. I'm not doing it as a timed event. I'm going out with the old camera here and my tripod, and I believe there's some of them are quite intact to these vehicles. And I'm going to get some photos because I like taking photos of rusty old cars that are abandoned. You can probably see there's the exhaust on that vehicle, but there's bugger all left of it. So I need to head up this steep hill here now, do a bit of navigation to find the next one. They're not too hard to find. I'm just navigating between the gullies basically and following them along. I try not to use a compass if I can. I've got it with me just in case I need to use it to find stuff, but I like to just go by looking at the map and following the contours of the land. You get quite tuned into what you're doing. But anyway, see you in a minute. So I don't know if you can see it on here. There's like a spur coming down here. There's sort of a V with two little, I guess like the water at some point runs down there. That's a real obvious feature on the map. That looks really obvious, which is why I prefer looking at the map rather than the compass if I don't have to, because that you can just tune into things like that. That's absolutely spot on. From the bottom there, it's only just over this ridge line, the other car, the next car. So it's quite open here, so I'll try and stay a bit high. Then I'll probably just traverse around to try and find that. I'm just going on looking rather than being bang on. I'm carrying my tripod and this vlogging camera. It's a bit difficult to try and use a compass anyway, so let's head on. So I've got the camera set up there, as you can see. Got some good shots already just from lower down, but the problem here, which is quite common, is I'm getting a lot of the sky's blowing it out a little bit, so it's either too dark or too bright. So I've taken some bracketed exposures to blend them all together, so I expose for the highlights and the shadows. But what I'm doing now is I'm blocking that sky out by pointing the lens down there. The problem I've got here again though is, you probably see there, my shadow, because this is a wide angle lens, my shadow here is totally in the shot, even though as you can see I'm pretty close to the car there. So I'm just waiting for that sun to go back in again. It went in a minute ago and I got some shots, but just want to get a couple more. So I'm having a little breather, coffee time. Bit early today for my 3 o'clock coffee, but there we go. Thought I'd have it now. So I've been looking around for koalas because there's meant to be koalas in here. Still haven't seen any. Been in Australia nearly 10 years and I've seen 3 koalas in that time. So I reckon by the law of averages I'm probably due to see one before long. But I keep looking in the trees and I don't see anything. So just come down this spur here and this dried up little creek at the bottom here. It's nice. So I'm going to head up over the shoulder using the old tripod as a pointer. So the next car or wreck is over this way somewhere, just over the shoulder. So I'm going to head up here and try and find that. It took me ages at the last wreck because the sun wouldn't go in despite there being millions of clouds in the sky. Not one was covering the sun to hide my shadow. And also I was getting a lot of sort of stripes of the sun and the trees across the car, which never looks good in the photo, I don't think. So yeah, eventually it went in. As you can see, it's back out again, which I don't mind as long as it goes in when I want it to. So right, I'll end here because I'm going to have to start navigating a little bit. Whoa, so big bird's just taken off. It's in the tree over there. looks like a nightjar type thing, but it's quite big. It was just sleeping on the ground, I think, and it just suddenly took off. Flew through the trees. It's landed, but I don't think you'll see it. It's too camouflaged, too far away for this camera. Yeah, pretty good to see though. I'll have a look in my old bird book later, see if I can identify that. But it's, can't really see it that well. But anyway, it was good to see. So, what I'm doing here, technical term, is called contouring. So I'm just, rather than going up the hill, I'm just trying to follow the level. So I'm just going in and out, basically following what would be on the map a contour line. Just saves too much up and down, and because I'm heading this way anyway, I could go up that way, up the hill a bit, and look for another track, but I think this will do. I should pick up another track over here soon. That's what's my like checkpoint is. There should be a track somewhere that runs down here. That's going to be my next checkpoint to pick up. Once I get that, I'll have another look at the map. This was a fairly easy one to find, mainly because I saw that orienteering marker. That's where I'll show you. So on your card you got some pins on it. I don't know if you can see those. That's unique to this location, no doubt. You stamp that and it'll mark your card with pins. So it's actually a school that's doing this, it says. The one online, you have to have an app apparently, and you click on your phone when you start and then it records everyone you've been to. So there's not much left of these ones. These aren't very impressive, but still good to navigate to. This is, I would say, an old seat there, part of the seat. A little bit of the door there. God knows what all it is. It's a right mess. But anyway, not much of that one, so there's nothing to photograph there really. But the other one was a cracker, so I've got some good photos there. So, go and have a look at the map, see where the next one is. This one's quite straightforward. It's just following a track really on this one. So on the map there's a big flat, what looks like a paved area, which is going to be that big flat bit there. Whether there's been a house or something on there or a building at one time, but on the map there's quite clearly a big flat area that's been some sort of a structure on it. It doesn't look like it's paved, but it does look like it's had something on it. So there's a gully down this way, and this next marker is in that gully, right in line with this basically. So we follow this other little track and then just head off to the right down. This will do. I'll just head off down here. Turn the camera off because there's loads of things to trip over down here. This one is the biggest disappointment of all. It's just a barrel. It did say 2 of them were barrels. I was just hoping that they'd be the ones I wasn't going to do. So on the map, these are the sort of things I'm looking out for. These, you almost can't see them. There's like a very faint little kind of gullyish, don't know if you call it a gully, but it's like a little stream, and then there's a very faint one here. These 2 come down to a point here, right at this barrel. That on the map they're shown right at that point. There's also, as another check, they carry on down here, and there's this kind of, not really a spur, but I suppose you can just about see a faint line going off over there. That joins there. That's quite obvious on the map as well. But you really got to look for these things to find them. There, you'd almost think those 2 there were these 2 down here because they're far more obvious down here. But the barrel shows it's the right place. Might go and find the next one, even though it's getting on a bit. Going to be dark in about an hour, but and I didn't bring a torch other than my phone, but it's not hard to get out of here. I think I might have been to the other one, but we'll soon find out. I'll have to look at the map, so I'll have to turn you off. Oh yeah, glad I carried on and did this one. This is not a bad little one. No idea what that is. It's quite an old car though. A door laying down there. This is going to be the last one I'm going to find today. Hopefully get a few little photos if I can find a good composition. I mean, how long these things have been in here. I mean, that one's actually got a tree growing through the middle of it. So yeah, that's pretty good to find, another one. I mean, you can see there's no way that thing's been in here for like a long time. I think best composition is going to be down from below, I reckon. Oh yeah, bugger, just barely cut my leg on a stick by the feel of it. Not a bad little composition from there, but that bloody tree's in the way, that bloody little thing. So I'm set up on this one, trying to get these blocks out of the frame, because this is a wide angle, so you can get quite close and still get a lot in the scene. You might be able to see that on there, I don't know, but I prefer getting a bit of the scenery in. But I'm fighting against the losing light now. Now the sun is going down. I've probably not got long to get some shots, because I've really got to slow this down now on the camera. I think the best shots are probably looking up this little gully, so we'll quickly go down and get some from there. This is one of my favourite times of day now. Just before it's getting dark, everything's very quiet and peaceful, I find. The birds are kind of getting ready for bed, and there's also that the old animals in the night are going to start waking up soon, so it's always a chance to see something. I'm just following this track back to the gold mine picnic area. This is on Mount Coot-Tha. It's only literally about 10 minutes from the city. Not too far at all, and not far from my house. It's quite a big bush area, and you wouldn't think it was so close to the city. There's heaps to do in here. Just down in here, this creek, there's a nice scramble up there if there's no water in it, which I've never seen any water in there yet. And I did that last on my birthday. Came all the way up the creek. Good entertaining little scramble up and down some little craggy sort of waterfalls in there. Good fun. Mountain biking on here. I've been good mountain biking up here sometimes. You can see down into the creek a bit there. I don't know how well you can see that on this camera, but you can see it's quite rocky. I'm surprised I've never actually seen any snakes in there, but I haven't. So you see these claw marks on the tree. That tells me there's a koala uses that tree. They're all the way up. Can't see anything though. The old birds are going mental as normal. They'll be minor birds because they love a good drama. So it's just getting dark now, starting to get dark anyway, lights going, not too far from the car. But yeah, that's been a top afternoon. I don't like having to get up at the crack of dawn when everyone's asleep to go to work, but it is nice having the afternoon off and being able to come out and do stuff. I don't find I get too tired either, so that's alright. Anyway, so that's back up to the picnic area, gold mine picnic area. It's only a small little picnic area. A few little barbecues, somewhere to have a drink, even a little bowl for the dog there, look. But there we are, back of the car. Yeah, top little mini adventure there. Enjoyed that, bit of navigating, orienteering, even though I wasn't running because I'm too buggered for that these days. And a bit of photography, wildlife watching, even though there wasn't much about, and walking. All the stuff I enjoy. Right, that's it.